classical WFMT originates from the Renee Crown Public Media Center.
Here's Johnny. Thank you, Ed. Oh, look at this. What's this supposed to be? Hopefully it's not any plastic, y'all. It looks like it just could have been in the manufacturing of the snack. They just, what is it, overcooked practically part of it? Hopefully not. Yeah, this any plastic. I'm not gonna chance it. So, how are you all doing? My social media family of any subscribers, as well as any visitors to that being on my own social media, YouTube channel, and our chat room or comment section. Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay. These are snacks from eating. Kind of rice snack. Or I have some peanut butter granola bar. Or peanut butter granola snack. Then which helps with the digestive system. No. Help you eliminate human waste products out of your physical body. Then I have this to increase the immune system. It's how you are doing. Social media family. Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay. It's not bad yet to be said. You're feeling all right. You're going to have some H2O. Right? That's the best beverage ever in the world. Yes, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay. If not better yet to be said. To be feeling all right. And how you all like my Bob Marley t-shirt. Or if not best of all to be said. Be feeling blessed to stress. More blessed than stress. Or too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. You and yours, your family, friends, hopefully me and mine likewise, as well as all the same. Excuse, pardon, forgive me for butchering the English language of the American dialect. And blah, 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 blah. Moving right along. For another thing. I have quite a bit of a present social media broadcast for you all. Being citizens of the global community. And for wherever you are at, sorry about that, in the world, as some of such being, or whatever races or nationalities, also life, factions, society, or lifestyle preferences, gender, age, well, hopefully of the legit legal age, whereas you can or could possibly possess a social media account, be it for YouTube or one of its business competitors, or that being of the competition to it, you know. The least religious, political, or otherwise, and or etcetera. Yes, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay. It was quite a scorcher for me today, though. And it's not even summer yet. Scorcher, so to speak. Well, as I had explained, either in the basic intro or for the footnotes, if not both, how when the weather temps get to become or be above 70, then, sorry about that, that's summer such other. I think this one was. Yeah. Sorry about that. God. Yeah. How was the thought? Oh my God. That's my brother. What's up?
Yeah, you just called.
I don't know what's wrong with it. It's like somebody hacked my computer watch as well as my computer, the cell phone.
Well, I don't want no computer watch.
My-
I would just rather.
I mean, my watch is hooked up to with my cell phone. So what's up? You called
I'm
me.
saying I wouldn't want none of that because I had an opportunity when I lived up north to get me one of them phone watches, but I like I don't want none. I ain't trying to be like that Dick Tracy shit, Stephen French. But
Dick Tracy crap. Remember, we are believers in God. We're supposed to rephrase that, be kosher about our language.
Yeah, but anyway,
you called me about 6 something.
when I saw in the news about that, about Walmart. You hear about Walmart?
What about Walmart?
Not just one Walmart, more than one. They talking about Walmart shutting down. The one on 47th Cottage, they closing down, and a few more locations because they said that the people that run Walmart said they not doing too good. The business not doing too good.
Oh, yeah.
In certain locations.
Is that what you wanted to call me about earlier? You called me about 6 something.
Yeah, that's what I was calling to tell you, but you didn't answer your phone.
Yeah, I had dozed off for some reason or another. It's like these neighbors from damn hell are fumigating my place with some knockout gas of some kind, as I'm living in one of the worst neighborhoods like you yourself. Hey, let me get back with you, all right?
All right.
At much more convenient time.
I'm just calling to tell you about that. That's all.
All right. Thank you. And take care, and God bless. I could probably talk to you come tomorrow soon enough. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was my brother. Sorry about that, y'all. On social media family of any subscribers, as well as any visitors to get my own social media channel in our chat room or comment section or whatever I have said. Yeah. Where was I at? If I can remember. Oh well. Guess it wasn't important. But then God would bring back to mind if it was, for a believer. And God, for that, so I'm supposed to give him on time. And if not, then all things are supposed to work for the good of God, according to the divine plan. Oh yeah, I was speaking upon the weather temps and so forth. But then I found myself dozing off as someone says give me more time. Well, hopefully it was more as a result of developments of Mother Nature than, vice versa, if you know what I mean. Read between the lines, fill in the blanks, and as I was discussing matters in regard to certain neighbors, otherwise, more obnoxious, more creepier ones, for like their kind, being a neighbors from damn hell, for a worse neighborhood that I'm in now compared to where I was at formed there previously, for a much better one, thanks to a neighbor from damn hell like that kind get me booted out of one of the more preferred area neighborhood communities within city limits, retaliating out of resentment for how I had went through all the proper policies and the procedures of protocol or channels to address the issues, state my grievances, or put in my complaints about how he would violate his apartment rental lease upon a daily or nightly basis, and at the same time disrespect my own rights and privileges as a fellow neighbor of another resident or tenant, among other ones. And voila, here I am now, and when you have lemons, make lemonade, Yeah. Anyway, as I was about to say, and hopefully Mother Nature is the cause of my having dozed off much earlier than certain neighbors from damn hell. One about with the 2-cent power plays, there's the likes that I have here are more creepy than the last ones I have had to be bothered with. Yeah, they're more creepy for this worse neighborhood that I'm in. So therefore they would be considered worse neighbors from down hell. Not like the Midnight Cowboys, where you can hear them a mile away. And with these neighbors being more creepy, so I have to be that much more alert to my surroundings. Especially if they could possibly be attempting to come off like home invaders and intruders, But anyway, I was speaking on climate weather weather temps. Well, hopefully Mother Nature will be much more merciful than the likes of them. And look at this here. I woke up one morning with this slight interjection. I said before I get back to something so covered. I noticed this on my arm. I said, "What the damn hell?" And I said, "I know I didn't have an accident. I know I didn't scratch myself. So it had to be one of these neighbors from damn hell." As I was speaking upon how they could possibly that much more come off like some kind or sort of type of a home invader or intruder. Was it would be bad enough if they trespass my premises properties while I'm gone from my apartment and from the building before I were to return to my humble habitat, or home is what you make of it, than to think that they could trespass my premises properties of a place of residence while I'm trying to get my beauty rest or sleep. I noticed this mark on my arm. I'm like saying, I didn't scratch myself, and I don't know what any bugs or rodents, because this is supposed to be a place that keeps up with its housing inspections, as all realtors or landlords would have to, that is, go about exterminating the different units for bugs and rodents and so forth. So this had to be a neighbor from down hell for one of the worst of the likes of that kind, for this worst neighborhood that I'm now living in as a tenant, having trespassed my premises properties, and at that, worse yet, while I was getting my beauty rest, because this wasn't here before. See, these are the kind of neighbors I have to deal with. But getting back to some such on a much lighter note of interest, was I was saying, whereas depending on what the weather temps is like, and hoping Mother Nature would be more merciful than the likes of characters otherwise, If the weather temps get above 70, then I could feel it. Whereas I sweat like a white boy, If it becomes that much more humid or hotter, and for some of such other weather temps, depending on the season, if the weather temps get down to more than the teens, or more than below zero, more than zero, as in if it gets down to more than zero, as in below zero, then I can feel it as well, as in it would make me feel uncomfortable likewise, That is, in other words, if the weather temps get above 70 in the summer season, it would make me feel, uncomfortable. And if the weather temps get below the teens, is what I'm saying, or no, well, more if it were to get below zero in the fall or winter season, I could feel it to the extent that I would feel uncomfortable, is what I mean to say. Okay. And especially if it were to begin to affect my sleeping patterns. But I suspect that certain neighbors would do that more than any weather temps. Or as I would like to think, well, I do believe and or trust that Mother Nature would be much more merciful than the likes of them. Certain neighbors, and these neighbors, they cut it up this afternoon. Like I said, they couldn't even wait till I get back to my apartment as well, to the building. And as they would change up with their Bam Bam Rebels routine, but seeing how they are more creepy, worse yet. And then that's a different story, So I get back to my apartment and somebody like boom, 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 boom. I'm having to rush to my apartment door practically. Well, I'm having to listen in. I didn't even so much of the rush. But I kind of sat on my Jennifer sofa bed couch or whatever. I kind of leaned over and looked toward my apartment door. That's the kind of neighbors I have now. You know, though they're more creepy, but then they change up with their two-cent power play and attempt to make it seem like they're just like bam rebels when they're more creepy than my last neighbors from down here, where they would change up with the different two-cent power plays themselves, but not as much as these neighbors from down here would prove themselves to have become or be more creepy than the likes of them. My last neighbors from down here coming off like bam rebels that much more than how these neighbors from down here are more creepy for likes of their kind. I don't want to use the N word, so I'm going to employ the uses of a derivative of it, as these Negro neighbors from damn hell be acting that much more Negro-ly or Negro-ish, if you know what I mean. Read between the lines, fill in the blanks. And as I suspect them to be that much more of the likes of the riff-raff, you know, or some stuff. I get back to my apartment today, and I found myself dozing off before my bedtime hour, as I have set it as an establishment for 11 p.m. You know, regardless of any proverbial neighbors from down hell, but then I would that much more sleep with a baseball bat or something similar to it up on my bed or my Jennifer sofa bed couch, you know. During the daylight hours, it would serve as a couch. During the nighttime hours, I would pull the bed out from this Jennifer sofa bed couch. Anyway, I found myself dozing off, you know, before my bedtime hour, and I hate that because then it throws a monkey wrench in my sleeping patterns, you know. And whereas the other night, I couldn't get to sleep for nothing in the world, you know. And I wondered if some neighbors from damn hell could have played a part in it, you know. And whereas I was up at the crack of dawn, I hate that because I like to be the early morning riser. I like to get out and take care of my business much earlier at normal hours, you know. And I would hate to think that some neighbors from down hell could have thrown a monkey wrench in the program because misery loves company. Like, I don't have to be bothered with them more than what I would choose to be. I should not have to, you know, because I can get more than enough of their nonsense, that demonic nonsense, you know. Because I hate it if I'm sleeping like practically, you know, possibly at time half the day away, you know, waking up at the noon hour. Half the day is gone. Like, what in the world? When I would rather go to bed at the time that I established for myself, or as it had been set, and then wake up early in the morning, the early bird gets the worm, you know, and take care of my business, and then just call it a night, you know. Then I had yet to get my laundry out the way. Seems like certain neighbors have been attempting, you know, bother with my wardrobe. And sometimes I noticed some tears in some of my clothing, and then some certain clothing, you know, look like certain clothes look like they're coming up missing. You know, as well as torn. Like, what in the world? Are you that vindictive against another neighbor? You got to show yourself. You got to show yourself to be something other than the good neighbors. To be come off like proverbial neighbors from damn hell. What cocksuckers, you know? What idiots and or sickos. Not that I don't so mean to dwell on the negative, because I'm a positive person, believe it or not, you know. And regardless of how certain passengers of a mass transit of a public transportation system with all these many different buses or train routes could at times possibly mistaken me as in confuse my person with the riffraff out here, God forbid. And particularly and especially when certain women representing the opposite sex or whatever race, whatever walk of life, could possibly confuse me with a local yoko of street character, riffraff, otherwise, the much more feared when it comes to themselves, so far as the closet werewolves seeing a full moon at night as an aka panty snatcher, God forbid. Being the likes of the worst or worstest of male chauvinist sexist pigs, on the prowl, searching for the 5 feet line so they can, get their freak on with being a female of the opposite sex for our own species and attempt to make them an offer that they can't refuse, When it's bad enough, we've got some overgrown baby boys of Joe Palookas, Joe Shamuck, Joe Shamos, snatching purses, Mama, can you loan me $1? Holding mom's skirts. You got some overgrown males still living with their moms in this day and age, not fending for themselves, This is the world we live in. There was a time where, I don't know if they're still doing that, hopefully not. Again, with all things considered, I have my suspicion that could be happening. Not even so equal well, but especially in these modern times of the global pandemic. Got overgrown baby boys, male characters out here rolling disabled seniors in their wheelchairs to rob them blind, At one time or another, they were still in wheelchairs, motorized wheelchairs, disabled senior citizens. That's a cold-blooded criminal person of a character that does that to the elderly. But these are the times we're living in, And whereas there was just another dime a dozen shooting spree, which had happened most recently, as you all know. I can't remember what state that was in within the continental United States of America, but it happened. Some mad, crazy shooter going on a shooting spree, pockada, pow, pow. I mean, whereas people or persons are really losing their marbles or their minds in this day and age in fulfillment of biblical prophecy. I mean, it's crazy. It's insane. Again, this is the world we're living in, as y'all know, as the president did one time. Oh, you heard at the beginning of this broadcast, how that my brother had called me. Sorry about that interruption. I would rather prefer an interruption coming from him after I have reestablished ties with my only flesh and blood living brother, compared to how we supposed to have half-blood brothers and sisters. Then to have interruptions come from certain neighbors, if you know what I mean. And he was saying how one of these here, stores of No, not international, but national. Is Walmart international global? I don't think so. Unless I'm mistaken. No, they got something similar to it that is though. Well, whereas the national chain of Walmart is closing some of its auxiliary business stores, you know. Yeah. Isn't that something? Yeah, one time or another I was hearing this here what you call or a conspiracy theory that Walmart has underground tunnels and bases. You excuse any interruptions. The usual character popping on my YouTube social media channel and then popping out literally within a couple of few seconds. All the same. I hate that when somebody does that disrespect my YouTube social media channel like that. But anyway, though, then back to some of such the other parts was so rudely interrupted by the likes of the dickhead or prick of that nature of character, who could possibly be one of my past or present neighbors from down hell, for that matter, moonlighting as an internet troll, or possibly worse yet, like some kind, sort of type of a stalker, you know, more than the likes of a character of a crank caller or internet troll. But anyway, though, at one time or another, according to a conspiracy theory, Walmart is supposed to have some kind of underground tunnels leading to some such underground centers, for that matter, whereas you know, the government or the military and the medical community is supposed to be kidnapping homeless persons to take them somewhere up under Walmart to experiment on. Not that I'm spreading misinformation. I just thought to bring that to you all's attention. I did say it's complementing a conspiracy theory. Who can say? Then so much for that conversation. You know, I just thought to bring it to mind after my brother called me to tell me about more Walmart stores closing. I'm like, so what? Let them close. If the item products that they're providing could really be that much more substandard. I mean, I think there are better, but it could possibly be worse, you know, supply stores than Walmart. You know, I never did really like Walmart. It seems to be so generic. The item products that it sells is so substandard, in my views and opinions. You know, whereas I would rather go to Walgreens or one of Walgreens business competitors. I say CVS or so. I mean, I never really shopped at Walmart much. It would be like I would make item purchases more at Walgreens and CVS. You know, go from time to time would think shop at Walmart, but not really. Here's another one of those. See what I mean? Look at that. I showed you all in the beginning. Look at that. Snack. What is this? What is it? Oh, it's not plastic. Okay, it looks like it's part of the snack. This was mistaken. Gotta watch this. Yeah. I'm gonna put it to the side. Here's another one. Hopefully they're not putting something in our food again. They said you gotta watch out for a certain ingredient in the packages of snacks. Something called Red 40 and yellow 30 or something. Supposedly causing cancer, according to the conspiracy theory. I don't know. among other things, they were saying that certain afterbirth of pregnant moms are part of the ingredients of certain snacks. And I was watching another conspiracy theory social media post, whereas some females were supposed to be making cheese with an ingredient being of their vagina juices. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. God forbid. Then, anyway, though, I'm about to close out. Pardon the pun, none was meant or had not been intended, and not to compliment the last name. Not that I'm a woman, or female impersonator. Then how do you all like my Bar t-shirt? As I was asking all. Then on this last note of interest, hold it though. I really don't care to listen to any religious broadcast so far, which in the background come from my own personal faith belongings or possessions. Like say sooner than a sabbatical Sunday of a weekend, if anything. If I were to listen to it much sooner than that to be possibly considered, it would only be to get back at one of the likes of these neighbors from damn hell cast. Anyway, though, on this last note of interest, oh yeah, I haven't even mentioned as yet about, I'm sorry, so before I were to close out, the content, otherwise, to compliment the name title for this present social media broadcast. I must be really feeling like I've been thrown for a loop of my equilibrium is back. But anyway, though, the name title to this present social media broadcast in regard to one of my PC personal computers, where it's just acting up again like somebody's hacked it or something, And I suspect that time the likes of characters at that being be hacking cell phones and then some, because at one time or another, like, it seemed for each other and get my watch. Like, I'm saying, what in the world? I can call my brother. The computer hackers busy at some such time. But anyway, though, so this other PC of mine, personal computer, where I took it to one of these public library branches and hooked up with their own Wi-Fi only for my PC or personal computer to start acting all crazy, and most of the camera once again has gone out. I'm like, what in the world? And I just got that camera to that PC personal computer repaired after I took it to a computer business store, a computer repair business store, place of business, And I paid quite a bit of a pretty penny to have it repaired for the camera limbs. The camera, that's a limb. Where that comes from? About the harvesting of body parts of the People's Republic of China. That's something else. I'm sorry about that. I don't know how that popped up. But anyway, though. So I'm gonna have to take this other PC personal computer of mine to that being of another, if not the same one, because I'm wondering if the guy or fellow that was repairing this other PC personal computer of mine could possibly be taking me to the cleaners, so get more money out of me. I'm like, man, I ain't got that kind of money. Money don't grow on trees, Well, I do business elsewhere. Then I had yet to get this one jacket out the cleaners, and hopefully this here business owner otherwise is not attempting to take me to the cleaners as well. I still have the receipt, but then I have yet to get some prescriptions filled for that matter. I may have to pay another visit to a local vicinity neighborhood community hospital, and then do follow up at one of its auxiliary clinics or wherever I go. But anyway, on this last note of interest, now that I had spoke upon some such other compliment the name title for this present social media broadcast. And I would like to say, I paraphrase, not quote exactly, or whether I could quote exactly or paraphrase, however, to deliver the gospel message. As you know, I will open up a social media broadcast with the preliminaries, the basic intro as an introduction, then a footnote, then I speak upon the subject matter, maybe a couple, 3 or 4 more for that matter, depending on how I feel, and then I will close out by saying, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in your vein, by recognizing and realizing what he himself had done or did upon the cross of Calvary on the hill of Golgotha, suffering at the hands of Roman soldiers upon the orders of their superiors, religious, political, militaristic, and otherwise, etc. But then their last words, he went to that cross of Calvary to become the perfect sacrifice, the only sacrifice for you as well as for me. Don't steal my trademark physical gesture. I'm going to have to copyright it sometime. So that if any of us being of whatever race and whatever walks of life, faction of society, lifestyle preferences, being of the old and young alike, of both of the two sexual genders, without representing not only the human species, but then likewise the global community within this post 911 era of a new apocalyptic day and age, and where the doomsday clock is now at a couple few minutes to midnight, compared on our former period prior to then. It was at a quarter midnight for these rather biblically prophetic times, where to profess some such faith in him. From there we become to be blessed in one regard or another, more ways one. First and foremost, with his salvation being, which is the only means by which any of us can or could possibly become citizens of the kingdom of heaven. The second of all, with his deliverance. But first, you have got to get his salvation, otherwise you have nothing coming. So far, blessing is concerned. If you make that transition for the hereafter, afterlife, without that fire insurance against the lake of fire down hell, then you would burn forever to be assembled with the rest of the unsaved, lost down human souls, the unbelievers, non-believers, to be tortured and terrorized by the devil and the demons, compared to how we as believers in God would be across that great divide that separates heaven from hell in the company of like-minded believers in the presence of God and his angels. Otherwise, even so be blessed while we're still in the world upon the planet Earth. You all take care and be safe, be blessed, not stressed, peace and love, joy and happiness. And I'll talk to you later if and when. I can't say how soon enough again, but y'all take care. Until then, peace.